And we're talking about, I guess the thread that kind of tied all that stuff together was, you know, empirical truth. And I think that's something that going back to the last slide just for a second is talk about why Clean Connect One is really verifiable. It was a source of truth in a really, really noisy data schema otherwise, right? Outside of a few other, types of technologies, cameras were trusted. And that's what it came down to. And I think if there's one thing that this company does really well, or that we're doing really well, is making the truth valuable again and making it verifiable. But it's an empirical truth. It's verifiable. You can see it, you can touch it, you can feel it, and it's tied together, right? I think that's the biggest point I think is important, is tied together with data reconciliation is also the other big topic that we're going to start getting into. But yeah,
and you already mentioned the three areas, right? So what we found is we're helping people in operations, sustainability, and trading. So in ops, they need empirical data to improve operations, right? They need to know what this is. And the more empirical the data they have, whether it's visual, whether it's coming from the actual SCADA data, the more they can fix stuff remotely, RMM using AI. For sustainability, man, they want to put a stake in the heart of emission factors. Those are like the worst things ever, causing all kinds of problems. And now we've given them a multi-certification platform using empirical data. And the trading, same thing. And we're going to share actually case studies for all three of these things so that you'll understand more about what we're doing. And so this whole empirical thing we're doing is not just like a future idea. We're going to actually share 3 case studies from real customers doing real things using this empirical measurement and data and operations. So I put these together. This actually came from a presentation. We had our own show. So we have our own Empirical Energy Conference. We're going to do it again in 2026. Very successful. We invited our key clients all together. It was the first time they were all together in the same room. And what was great and satisfying for us, because it's a little nervous, right? When you deal with each customer independently, you can deal with all their problems and issues. But when you put them all together, they have the chance to go and either say, hey, how are you using this system? The interaction between our clients was phenomenal.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, and we also got great feedback from our clients saying this was one of the best conferences we ever went to. We love the interaction with our peers and things like this. But Chevron did a great presentation. And so this is actually coming from them. This is the way they're looking at things. And we see this across the board. When there's a merger or acquisition or any kind of thing, there's always pressure to do more with less. Like even right now, as the price of oil and gas come down, hey, our clients still need to produce just as much, and they got to do it more effectively, more efficiently with, better people. Well, not better people, but, augment their staff so they can do more. Well, a typical phone call you might get, I don't know, you could describe it, David, is, hey, an ops guy might call and say, well, I got 400 more sites to manage, but I get 0 headcount.
Yeah. You see that with the M&A, right? The M&A in this sector is crazy. And that happens all the time. Hey, we just bought so and such, and now we have more assets to manage, and I don't get any more people. And how do you do that? And it puts pressure on automation and technology, and ultimately remote operations is a big key part of that for this use case, at least, right? It's being able to say, okay, well, we're going to have omnipresence, right? I'm going to be able to have an operator log in and inspect a facility whenever they need to. We're going to be watching it all the time and let them know when important things happen. So it's always that shift of going from reactive to responsive. It was one of the big topics of this, and being able to respond to events in priority versus reacting to things that have gone on too long. I mean, we have other stories on the other side of that where maybe people didn't look fast enough or take the video seriously, and things happen, right? And now all of a sudden you're reacting when you could have responded. So it's all about how they manage it, But yes, the pressure remorseless is was a big topic of this talk. And it starts there. I think that's the foundation of empirical AI. It starts with, okay, I need to know the truth of what's going on my facility all the time. Be able to answer that question.
And if we can do that with remote monitoring and management, meaning because you see that safety gap, right? If they're still relying on putting a guy in a truck and sending him out to a site, literally that trip to the site becomes one of the biggest safety deals. And if you can eliminate the need to put a guy in a truck and send him out there, that is a huge safety thing.